Welcome back to the channel. We had recently finished up this railing and we've got a sawdust mess. We got some grill staining over there. We've got some, maybe call it mildew, mold, whatever. You get splashback. I want to clean this with a pressure washer. And I see we tried to get a couple birds in here. They're trying to make a nest up here. So I want to get this cleaned off. Over on the sides here we got a little bit of green staining. So I want to pressure wash this before I bring our carpeting out. And the main part of the deck here, the boards are in pretty decent shape, but on the outside perimeter definitely needs some staining, and this is a solid stain. So they had this old-fashioned style water silcock on the outside. First thing when I moved here, I got rid of that because I knew that would freeze. So I installed this frost proof with a vacuum breaker on it. Well, the problem I'm having, this has been in there for, I don't know, 6 years or something, but you turn the water on, nothing happens. The water is on, nothing happens. This has happened once before, and I tapped this and the water flowed. So I think I'll go in and turn the water off, and let's take this apart and see what's going on. So inside the house, I'm just going to shut off one of the mains. This is right after the water filter. So now that the water's off, the main, let's take this cover off. Looks like metal, but it's plastic. Everything's plastic. Now this vacuum breaker, I don't know much about that, but let's see what that is. Got an O-ring and a little valve. Let's see if we not lose these parts. And then I'll unscrew this all the way. You can see it turning in there. Let's learn this together. I brought out a crescent wrench. If it'll fit in there. That's a big one, I don't know. Loosen this up. Now I didn't drain any water from a faucet or anything, so we'll probably get some water here. So let's see if that's loose enough. Just so I don't get it in my face. Move my gloves. I want to pressure wash this deck because it's kind of crappy. And let's unscrew this. Every spring you gotta clean, you know. Even if you had like a Trex deck, you still have to clean, especially if you're near the woods like we are. We got trees. Alright, now unscrewing that nut still didn't help us much. On the end of this we've got a Phillips screw. Let's take this handle out. Yeah, so we get a lot of moisture and then leaves, and we try to clean the leaves up and we get them all off the lawn, and then we get a storm and more leaves blow out of the woods, and then they blow up under the deck, they go all over the place, and then winter sets in and you just don't get them all. And I usually, until the snow, I'm out there every couple days with a tractor. Here, now we got that loose, we'll take that off. We'll set this our screw, our cover. Oh, even that's plastic. Alright, so now we're down to this thing. Threads in, Threads out. I would imagine you go to the end and you go a little farther, it'll start unscrewing. All right, I loosened that a little bit and now she's draining. I'll let that drain out. All right, I just took this screw and I threaded it in. I took it back off because I could pull on it now. So there's a handle. We got an outside convex washer. Then we got a packing. This is rubber, which is good. And then another washer. Maybe I can leave them on there for a minute. See if we can get this out of here. Guess I'll take them off so I don't drop them. Set them down here. Is there a difference? The back side is flat, the front side is convex. And then, let's see what we got here. Don't take long for water to corrode things. All right, here we go. So what's the problem with this? It sat all winter without being used. That rubber's not tore. It's like a little bit of what do you call it? Lime on that. This Phillips screws on there. It doesn't look bad, but my opinion is when you go to turn this on, that just sticks in the bore. So it must stick closed so that you can't get the water on. So the spring, maybe I'll just clean these washers up. I thought they'd be tore or something. They look in good shape. They ought to be because I hardly use this faucet. But that's probably why it doesn't work. I hardly use this faucet. The one out front we use to wash vehicles and stuff. But back here it's once a year, usually. Yeah, let's clean that up. I don't see anything else wrong with it. Well, that cleaned up pretty good. It wasn't bad anyway. And I put some Dawn dish soap on it. The end of this is designed to have a spring and tilt. So I would imagine it just stuck closed from maybe a little bit of lime in the water, you know. Put that back in. I get the thread started. And my fingers are all soap. And it does feel like it's starting. And I'll seat that, and then, yeah, then that soap can kind of, I don't know what the word is, kind of clean the other end. Put my handle on here. You know what I'll do? I think I'll take it back out because I had a little difficulty getting this out. Let me go get that dish soap, and I think I'll lube everything here. Them threads. Well, they look pretty clean. Maybe not. But I was going to lube them. But maybe I'll plan on taking this apart once a year just to, clean that. I think you can buy a kit if you don't want to replace this whole thing. You can get a kit where you get the new O-ring seal stuff there. That's in all the way. So let's put our parts back in. We've got our, let's see here, our flat washer. Then we've got our bushing washer. It's got one flat side. Put the flat side in. Then we've got the concave washer on the inside there. We'll put that in. And then we can put the nut on. If I can push that all in there. Maybe not. Maybe need a screwdriver to push that in. Hold on. Simple push with a screwdriver. And it went right in. We'll put this little packing nut on. We won't snug that up too much because it's plastic. Can't believe how cheap they make stuff. I imagine you could snap that right off. So there's that, and then we got to put our handle on. We got to put our indicator on. What is that? On, off. Okay, who wouldn't know that? I'm gonna grab that screwdriver. Just tighten that up. That works nice and smooth. So now we'll put our little vacuum breaker in, I guess it's called. Well, put it in the right way. Which way would it go? Let's see, I would put it the seal down. I think it was in the other way. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's look here. Yeah, I think it was in upside down. Here it goes this way. I don't know what that does, but vacuum release, I don't know. And we put that on, and then we put this nut on. That's also plastic, looks like metal. Okay, let's go and test this. I'm gonna go turn the water on. That's closed. Turn our main back on. It's a 3/4 inch pipe. There we go. Well, now the rain picked up again. It's non-stop rain. We're back out here. All right, so let's turn this on, see if it works. Ooh, you hear that little popping sound? So it sounds to me like it's getting stuck in the seat, but also right in here, this leaked a little bit. And you see the top of that, if I open that, will water come right up out, or will it go down? Down. Looking at this little vacuum thing, that has to seal in that opening. If it was the other way around, it wouldn't make any sense. Correct? It looked like it was upside down, but this is a flat surface in there. And if I flip that over, see, that's a sealing washer, and then this side is like a crown. I don't know why that would fit like that. I don't know. And if you look in the top of this, I guess it could seal in there. I guess I'll put it back the way it was to see if it's going to leak, because it did leak there for a second. I guess it would make sense if it goes in this way. I guess. We'll try it. And then I'll tighten that up with vice grips here. Okay, I got that tight and I left the cap off. I want to look at it, make sure it's working. I think it should pop up. Yeah, see that move up and down? So that's a vacuum breaker so that you don't get any water standing in your hose to be able to enter the water system, go back, you know. And so that is the proper way. It just looked funny. I'll go ahead and put this cap on. It doesn't leak out of the top of that. I just tighten it up more. And then this thing just threads on there. And there's no seal in it, so there's not supposed to be water at the top of that. And this thing, because it's plastic, probably by hand. And then let's test this out. Hey, we got water. There's no leak. And it shuts off. So I would imagine I don't use it enough, and it just gets set up in there. So how about I hook up this pressure washer now and get this deck cleaned up. It's raining outside. I'm under cover here, so it's a good job to do today. I can't do any carpentry work out in the rain. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next problem, I guess.